So let's read the story for today about someone whose birthday is tomorrow. Sharing is caring is the title. Anna will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Unfortunately, due to the general community quarantine, her two friends, Pat and Claire, cannot attend her party. Thus, she promised that she will be giving 1/8 of the cake for Pat and another 1/8 for Claire. How much part of the cake will be given to her friends? Now, in this kind of problem, we talk about fractions, and in these fractions, we are going to add, because the question is how much part of the cake will be given to her friends. Now, let's define first, before answering this problem, what is a fraction? A fraction is a number which can be written as the quotient of two whole numbers. The numerator tells how many parts are taken from the whole. The denominator tells how many equal parts the whole is divided into. And the fraction bar separates the numerator and the denominator, shown on the right side of the screen. So the numerator is on top, and then the fraction bar separates the numerator and the denominator. The denominator is below the fraction bar. Now, how to add similar fractions? What is similar fractions? When you say similar fractions, those are fractions that the denominators are the same. For example, the problem earlier, so Anna will be giving 1/8 for Pat and another 1/8 for Claire. So since the denominator is same as 8, then that is a similar fraction. Now, note that you can only add fractions with the same denominators. You cannot add fraction if it's not the same denominator. You can add, but there's steps on how to do it. But you cannot add directly fractions if the denominators are different. Now, let us solve. What are the steps first in adding similar fractions without regrouping? What is regrouping? Later on, we will discuss about that. But for now, we will add similar fractions because it says the same denominator without regrouping. So, the question earlier is how much part of the whole will be given to her friend. So we will add the 1/8 and 1/8. So here's the steps in adding similar fractions. First, you add the numerators. So it's just very easy. You just have to add the numerator. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Then, copy the denominators. So the denominator is 8, so you just have to copy. Then, last step, find its simplest form. Last week, we discussed about finding the GCF. We use the GCF in finding the simplest form. How? Find for the lowest term or the simplest form, all you have to do is to find the GCF or the greatest common factor of this 2 and 8. So we have the prime number is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now using the continuous division method, here's the GCF, it's 2. But for the lowest term, since it's already, there is no common factor between 1 and 4, therefore, the lowest term is 1 for the numerator and 4 for the denominator because 2 is the numerator. Therefore, the answer is the lowest term is 1/4. So, the answer for how much part of the cake will be given to her friends is 1/4 of the whole cake. So again, to add similar fractions without regrouping, you add the numerators, copy the denominators. Now, and then find its lowest term by using the continuous division method. If there is no common between 2 and 8, for example, then you end there. No need to find the lowest term if it's already in lowest term. Now, another. What if it has a whole number in it? What are the steps in adding mixed similar fractions without regrouping? So when you say mixed similar, that means that there is a whole number aside from the fraction. So it's just the same. You add the whole numbers. So we have 3 plus 4, that is 7. Then 2, and then add the numerators. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then copy the denominator. So the answer is 7 and 4, 8. And since 4 and 8 has its still common factor between the two, therefore it's not in lowest term, so we need to find the lowest term. So we have lowest term for the 4 and the 8. Common is 2, 2, 4. There's still another common between 2 and 4, that's 2. So that is 1 and then 2. So there's no common between 1 and 2. Therefore, the lowest term is 1/2. 1/2. The lowest term of 4 is 1/2. But do not forget the whole number. You copy it. Therefore, the answer is 7 and 1/2. Next, how are you going to add similar fractions with regrouping? Grouping means to rearrange groups in place value to carry out an operation. So what's the steps? We will add similar fractions with regrouping. So here's the steps. First, you add the numerators. This is easy since it's similar fractions. So 4 plus 5 is 9. And next is copy the denominator, which is 8. Then to regroup. So Miss, when do you regroup? You regroup when the numerator is bigger than the denominator, or if it is an improper fraction. So if it's in improper fraction, you change into a mixed number. So how, Miss, how do we change this improper fraction to mixed number? All you have to do is to divide. So 9 divide 8. So the numerator is the dividend and the denominator is the divisor. So 9 divide 8, that's 1. 1 times 8, it's 8. So remainder 1. Therefore, this 1 in the remainder is part of the whole, and that is our new numerator now, 1. This is the whole number, the 1, the quotient, and then you just have to copy the denominator, which is 8. Therefore, 9/8 is equals to 1 and 1/8. And then simplify it to its lowest term, but 1 and 8 has no common factor, therefore it's already in simplest form. Therefore, the answer is 1 and 1/8. Again, when you regroup, make sure that the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Then you change into a mixed number by dividing. The quotient is the new whole number and the remainder is the new part of the fraction. Next, how do you add mixed similar fractions with regrouping? So here's the steps. First, you add the numerators. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Hold on. Copy the denominator, which is 3. Then add the whole numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3. Then, as you can see, the answer, the fraction is an improper fraction. Therefore, you need to regroup. You need to change the fraction to proper fraction or mixed number. Then, so how? Again, you're just going to divide. 4 divide 3. That is 1. Then 1 times 3 is 3. 1. So again, then the 4/3 is equals to 1 and 1/3. 1 for the quotient, 1 for the remainder, part of the fraction, copy the denominator, which is 3. Now this 1 and 1/3, you are going to add it to this 3 as a whole number. So 3 plus 1 becomes 4. 4, and then the fraction now is 1/3. Therefore, the answer is 4 and 1/3. Simplify it to lowest term, but 1 and 3 has no common factor, therefore it's already in its simplest form.